The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show. It's Thursday. Hanging with the boys, a people show.
Let's
You're looking
go.
live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, where it cleared up today outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. It was gloomy this morning, but hey, it's mostly cloudy now. It's 52 degrees. It feels like 50. The high today is 59. Low tonight is 39. But it feels like it's probably it's a little chilly in here. It's probably about 68 in here. 67.
Guys are out there practicing.
Guys are practicing outside today.
Yeah.
Music's pumping.
I saw Michael Gallup walk out, kind of did a little jog on the field and everything like that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it?
It's
Seeing
okay.
how that works and fits in and all the good stuff. So how you doing today, Kurt?
Good.
You good?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Jesse, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good day, man.
All right. Nate, how are you? Oh, Nate's not here yet.
Well,
He's next door
apparently he's got bigger things to
doing
do.
more important things. How are you, Chris?
Doing amazing. Thank you, Shannon.
How's Aaron doing back there?
He's not back here.
Oh, no, he left?
You ran him off already.
He just stepped out. I hope he's getting me lunch.
Oh, you know what? We got to go out of the building to get lunch today.
Exactly.
Oh, where's he going?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Send your order in.
I was going to say, maybe
I
we
might.
should
Let me
place
know
an
where he's
order.
going.
I have
might.
a really good idea for lunch today. If I'll buy you lunch.
You'll buy me lunch?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Okay. I have a
You're my
feeling,
guy.
I have a feeling we're going somewhere really shady for lunch. Okay.
Well, here's the deal. I always tell him, I said, if I'll buy you lunch, but you have to go pick it up because I can't leave.
Oh, that's the trick. Okay. All right.
All right.
Where do we want to start? Let's get into penalties. Kurt's number one bullet point today is penalties.
It jumped out at me a little bit there.
Yeah, I want to talk about that today, too.
Cowboys are last in the NFL. I did not realize
They
that.
are. The last two games, they've had 22 or something like that. I mean, it's crazy. They're racking them up.
It's not an issue when you're winning.
Yeah.
But those are the little things that lose 1 and 3 point games for you, or penalties.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. And I sound like a broken record when I keep saying this. It's when you create these bad habits in the regular season, especially now for this football team, which we've all determined that the division is already locked up and already kind of in hand. It's when you get and to play against those really good football teams where every possession will matter. And when you have holding penalties, and it's the pre-snap penalties, when you have the holding penalties, the illegal formation penalties, and then you have the post-snap penalties, the hitting out of bounds and things like that, those things are drive killers, and for other teams, drive extenders. And one of the most important things that you want to do as a defense is what? Get off the field on third down.
Yeah.
One of the most important things you want to do as an offense, too, is stay ahead of the chains and convert third downs. Well, if you're getting penalties on third downs and this goes from 3rd and 2 or 3, 3rd and 4 to now it's 3rd and 10, 11, 12 because of penalties, now more often than not, you're not going to convert those against the really good football teams in the moments that matter. So this is a good football team. Just don't create habits that when it matters the most, it becomes a regular thing to you, and that's when it'll cost you.
Is there a balance between, because people have talking, they like that aggressiveness, they like that fire, that, whatever you want to call it, but is that leading to, there's got to be a balance to it, right? How do you kind of control the two sides of it?
You want to go all gas, right? But you want to go all gas smart. There are ways to be aggressive. There are ways to be physical. There are ways to be assertive, but to do it smart. Like the Randy Gregory situation. And then, honestly, you can say that the Randy Gregory penalty wasn't a penalty, but then the very next play or two, they should have called it on Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah.
His was a legit hit out of bounds. Like, they should have called it on him. If they got Randy, they probably said, you know what? We might have should not call it on Randy, so we're kind of going to hold off on this one. But it literally should have been a one on Leighton Vander Esch, hitting him out of bounds late.
Yeah.
And so you want to keep that aggressiveness, but you want to let your players know, hey, look at the moment that we're in, fellas.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be smart. Like, and that's the part about football where you want intelligent football players to know that, hey. And sometimes a coach says, you know what? I want to send a blitz, but I can't send that guy. Because if he doesn't get home, clean, he might do something dumb, jump up, and hit the quarterback in the head. So sometimes it's figuring out who I can send, when I can send them, how I can send them, because if they don't get home and, for the sack or for whatever, now that penalty may cost you. So that's another part of the coaching aspect of, when to do certain things, who to do certain things with at any point in time of the game. So you want the aggressiveness, but you just got to be smart. Yeah. You have to be smart. I mean, Kansas City lost a chance to go to the Super Bowl because a guy was lined up offsides. Just one play that they got an interception on that would have ended the game. The game. Right. And he lined up offsides, negated the interception that Tom Brady threw. He then converted, and the Chiefs lost. Yeah. So it may not sound like much. It may not sound like, oh, Jesse, you're just, here you go again. You're being the negative Nancy again, Jess. But it's one of those things that you don't think it's an issue till it shows up at the wrong time.
Penalties bother you, Nate?
Huh?
Are the penalties bothering you?
Hey, how you doing, brother? I'm Jesse.
Welcome to the show.
That's Shannon.
Good to be here.
Yeah,
That's
where
Kurt.
were you?
This is hanging with I was hanging with the boys.
Why were you 4 minutes late?
I apologize.
BOYS, not BOY. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I agree. I agree with you, Jesse. I apologize, Kurt. I apologize, Shannon. I apologize, Jesse, for being late.
Apologize to the fans.
Yeah, I really apologize to the fans because I am not that type of guy. I try to be early in what I do, but I had a previous engagement. I should have texted you guys and told you all. Chris Beam included, the other guys I don't include because they sabotaged our show. And bro, well, I'm just joking, but I'm telling you, man, that got me. I looked and said, "Oh, I'm late." It's
very inconsiderate.
Yeah, very inconsiderate. None of
us other guys on this show would ever be late. We've never been.
Well, that's where you lost me at. I walked in on a great conversation. Oh man, great conversation, great way to break it down, Jess, man.
Did you know the Cowboys?
Great questions.
They're last in penalties.
Talking about last in the good way or last in the bad
way?
In a bad way. And this is the catch. I used to hear Coach Seifert for the
49ers
and the Carolina Panthers. He used to get on us at the Carolina Panthers. He said, "I don't understand this. I was with Jerry Rice, Taylor, Young, and we used to get 200 yards of penalties and still win the game. We get 75 yards of penalties and get beat to death." It's just how good your team is. Yeah. You can coach it, you can preach it, you can teach it. And when it counts the most is like this situation. When you get in the playoffs, where teams are equal to you, then you have to be real careful. You have to be very, very careful of how these especially pre-snap penalties. You have to be very, very careful. Now you running through guys, and you don't want to hear what I'm saying, but just to take, that's how it is. You're so much better till you're overcoming it. But when you start meeting the Bulldogs and everything gets tighter, that's where your coaching got to really pick up, and you may. And a lot of coaches like, we bringing in refs. We normally don't bring in refs, but we do not need this because some coaches extend themselves so that, okay, what crew we gonna have?
And I was getting ready to hit on that.
Yeah.
Because what'll happen is,
yes,
and people ask me all the time. So here's how officiating works. Every crew that you see in a game is one crew.
Right.
They stick together all year long. They're evaluated all year long, just like a player will be evaluated in film. They're watched, they're graded, and they're evaluated. The good ones that have the good crews go on to playoffs, Super Bowls, and so on and so forth. Now, what happens is, and coaches you'll get a sheet every week, and they'll say, okay, we got Kurt Daniels' crew. This crew is heavy on calling offensive holding.
Who do they get that sheet from? The league?
The league. NFL.
So the league tells you this is how this crew calls?
This is how this crew calls it.
They give you percentages. They don't really just say they do this.
Right.
They give you
The
percentages.
league did that. I thought each team might have had to
And
do
so, they'll say, hey, this crew, man, they're going to defensive pass interference.
Right.
They have 75% of the time.
Yeah.
This crew has been heavily calling defensive pass interference.
Right.
Hey, this crew will call illegal formation.
Don't touch the quarterback. If you touch
all the time.
Yeah.
And we've been on the receiving end of when coaches go to the ref, and this is how you kind of oil the ref up before the game. You go, hey man, on their special teams,
The LP play.
play.
In Washington a few years
the LP
back.
play. Hey man, they moving that ball up there a little bit, and all game long you just keep oiling them up. Hey, look, he doing it again. And human nature, the ref will start looking, and then
Oh, yeah, he is doing that.
yeah, you know what? I didn't pay attention to it before.
and a little bit more than normal.
Right, because and you just keep oiling them up, and they'll go, hey man, that 52 on that left guard, man, he do a whole lot of holding. He do a whole lot of holding. Okay. Hey, 52 holding. 52 is holding. Okay. Oh, 52 is holding.
Wow. How do
So
you
we have and I'm gonna say this right quick, like the Jets can. We have a 4-game. I don't know if it's still. We had a 4-game theory. You had to not do what you do for 4 games before the refs stop looking, because they watch 4 games. The good ones will watch 4 games. A lot of them just watch.
So the
2
refs
games.
watch film too?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they'll be like, look at 52. Yeah, man, look at this guy. He jumps off sides a lot. So they're looking for you to do anything wrong to keep this streak alive. And they won't be graded down because, like, hold on now, this dude been holding for 8 games straight. Come on now, you trying to tell me? So, yeah, it's ugly, man. So we had a rule, go 4 games without showing your weaknesses, and then you can beat it.
All right, so on the back of that, do teams chart the other team who does what as far as penalties and say, this guy will hold you if you give him this move. So
Yes.
if you can get outside of him, cut back in because he's probably going to hook you.
And he'll get more in depth. Like from a receiver perspective, they'll always tell you, hey, listen, going up against this DB, man, he's gonna be heavy inside. He wants you to go outside because he got recovery speed. But if you get close to him, he gonna grab you. And they'll tell you, listen, and then the coach will go, I told you he was gonna grab you, and you got grabbed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about that. This DB, hey, this guy's super. They talk about it with about Diggs. Hey, listen, super aggressive.
Yeah.
He'll jump. He'll jump one. So every now and again, we'll give him one of them because he wants the interception. Hey, Anthony Brown or this or that. Yeah, every team has it, and when you go into your individual meetings with your position coach, that's when all this is kind of in your big team meeting. It'll go. If they still have Von Miller, you'll hear Kellen Moore go, all right, guys, listen. We know who Von Miller is, or hey, we know who Reggie White is.
Yeah,
okay,
wow.
All right, this is Reggie White, fellas. This is him right here. Look at him, know who he is, know where he's at. Because if you don't, he'll wreck it. He'll wreck a game for us. And then as you break down to offense, defense, you'll get more in depth. And then as you go into your position meeting, you'll get even more in depth about those specific players. If that guy is, if it's a receiver, if you're playing against
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. Okay, guys, listen. Hey, we gotta be precise on these routes because he gonna jump it, he gonna undercut it, he gonna play like this.
How hard is that though for players where you're in the heat of the moment, you're going 100 miles an hour and you've got to break this. But wait a minute, that guy throws a flag more often.
No.
I mean, how do you change up so quick?
No. If I was playing Aaron Donald, who's a superb athlete with superb intelligence, my game is this right here. I'm a mauler. I like to body get you. I like to just make sure my body is all over your body, no matter pass or run. Well, now I become a technician. Now I know I'm going to have to set perfect. I'm going to have to put my hand to the nearest point. I can't lean. Everything, you focus in on self to see how you can stop this beast. and what little things the coaches can do to help you. Like, hey, coach, if we running low left now, I do need for Tua to put a hand out there because this dude quick enough to jump out, jump back in. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to take away the inside.
And what comes super important, and people, they make fun about it all they want, but those 16 guys on the practice squad, it becomes so vitally important. Because, and I prided myself on that. And if you ever get a chance to run by, you see it when I played Terrence Newman or Mike Jenkins or Orlando Scandrick and all those other guys, I wanted to give them the very best look that I could, the most realistic look that I could when I was on the practice squad or the scout squad or whatever, so that when they got in the game, you felt it. Because if I just halfway do it, it messes up their technique. So I wanted to give them, when I did special teams, when you were going up against Devin Hester or Kasim Osgood or somebody, I wanted to give you the very best look I could give so that when you got in the game, it was as realistic all week as Sunday.
So would you study the guy that you were emulating? Or would you just play your game?
If the guy was good enough in practice, like me, I would say, Charles Haley, I need you this week.
Right.
Because Charles resembles this guy more than any guy. Or I say, Big Cat, whenever you get a chance, you catch me slipping, reaching, do this, And they knew, but they be waiting on them opportunities too because they can smile and laugh at you, So these guys know because you going to do your work.
Right.
To tell them, man, this is what I need. He ain't going to play like that. Don't do me like that. Give me some of this so I can be conscious of it. And like I said, my thing was always about, redefine my technique. Because most guys, I want to just get on them. Because if I could short set you and get my hands on you, game was over. It didn't matter who it was. But a lot of guys good with their feet, go with their hands and elbows and stuff.
And like I said, every player is different. Like, again, when Nate was going up against John Randall, it was his focus was different.
Right.
It was saying, like, I know this dude is gonna be on me, so I gotta be right, And you get on those other guys saying, no, don't do that. Don't you do that in practice because I need this look.
Right.
I need this look to be fast, physical. I need you to do what you're supposed to be doing. Don't do your own freestyle stuff.
Wow.
Do it the best that you possibly can because I need to have this.
Quickness, man.
I need to have this.
McCarthy said he went through every penalty that last game, and they talked about each one. How does that – can that help? At what point is it just up to the player to – how do you coach that up?
For me, you either have the ability or you don't. And we keep picking on Connor. But two things I know. I'm a bull rush, Connor. I don't care what you run or pass. I'm a bull rush him. He know it. The coaches know it. Everybody know it. Let's get past that so anybody feelings getting hurt. So if I'm Connor, I'm always conscious of that. And sometimes I have to give up a little bit of quickness to get that. And that's when you pray you don't play the Aaron Donalds of the world, who can bull rush you and who can run by you. Because if you trying to fight that bull rush, and all of a sudden he bite them hands, you ain't getting back. It's a sack. And so now you got to reach out there. That was 52 on. So sometimes you just got to have the confidence like Steele has gained through work, and knowing your weaknesses.
And having success.
And then sometimes it just don't work.
And some guys need to see it, right? So when you go through all the penalties, you need to see it. Because when you're in the game, you might think to yourself, "Oh man, I didn't." And then you go watch, you be like, "You know what? Damn, I did. I did grab his face mask, didn't I? Right. Okay, all right, cool. Right. Because again, when you're in the heat of the moment, you're gonna always be like, "Man, I didn't do that." And you got some guys be like, "All right, my fault, fellas. That was on me." So when you get a chance to see it, you can now have in your mind, okay, that is one of my favorite moves, but now I got to bring that hand a little bit lower. Or, if I am going to catch him, I got to make sure I can't catch him, but I got to find some other way. And your coach will tell you, "Hey, listen, if you're going to do that, then do this. Don't hug him. And so being able to see it gives you a mental picture. And then now what you do is you go out here and you work on it. You go out and practice, and you tell a guy, "Hey, look," they'll tell me, "Hey, Jax, look, man, when you do that route, do it like this because I'm gonna grab you, but I want you to do this.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, cool, because they want to be able to work on it to see if, how can I get better at that? I still might want to do a little tug, but I got to do a little tug differently.
Right.
So that I don't get penalized for it.
Sometimes it's all right to do a little tug differently. We got to go to our first break. When we come back, more football. Cowboys defense. Let's do Broncos offense. So hanging with the boys.
Do they have one?
Ooh.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Download the official app of the Dallas Cowboys to get access to in-market game broadcasts, mobile tickets, daily podcasts, live pregame and postgame shows, game updates, and more. Download in the app or Google Play stores now. Before we get to the question Nate posed, does the Broncos have an offense? You brought up Aaron Donald a while ago. You think you could block him back in your heyday?
Nah, not with no consistency.
He'd give you fits, even though he's a short arm guy.
Yeah. His footwork is second to none. His ability to diagnose plays remind me of Jerome Brown. When you got a defensive tackle that can look at your backfield and see your sets and understand what's going on in that backfield and the drops and understand of your quarterback, that's a different dude. When you find an athlete with a brain that goes along with it, you in trouble.
In the trenches, yeah.
Yeah, you in trouble, man. Jerome Brown, he'd be the last one to get out. He'd be looking right at your backfield, looking right at your quarterback. He'll get out and he'll just smile. How you doing, big news? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I mean, sometimes I stay up. I try to stay up and not let him, but get it. Man, you need to get out so he can read the coverages.
Go ahead.
Well, that reminds me that somebody had asked us before. The old, you were part of that old Landry up and down. Did you guys think that helped at all?
It did. It did because when you went up, a lot of times they would change, and that the less time they have to read, especially safeties and all that back, less time it can help to a certain extent. But man, fat guy like me, I was tired. After about 8 of them up downs, Lord Jesus, man. When they stopped it, I was so happy.
All right, so Nate, do the Broncos have an offense?
Yes, they do, and I'm just playing. I just know that if these Cowboys can fight against themselves, we'll be okay. If they can just fight against themselves, man, because they are human. Ask the Bucs. Ask the Bucs. I mean, what New Orleans did to them. You know, people say, well, they didn't win by a lot of. However you want to put it, they shouldn't have lost to the Saints.
They got a couple of good receivers, though, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Sutton and Judy's
one is
back.
a route runner, and the other one is good leaper. Teddy is
pretty big.
Teddy is above average, I think, above average NFL quarterback, but they've been getting to him.
I was going to say, you can sack him, right?
Yeah, they've been getting to him.
He's got 22 on the year.
Yeah, so, nah, bro.
When you start talking about, coaching and all that kind of stuff and how things, come about, and I heard a conversation my co-host was having, Will Steele. They were having a conversation yesterday, and this offense, minus the quarterback, is built very similar to the way the Chargers offense is built. Reason being, Staley had ties in Denver before going to the Chargers. Okay. So some of that residue and some of the disciples of that. So when you talk about Mike Williams, Courtland Sutton, when you talk about more of a route runner and Keenan Allen, you look at guys like Jerry Jeudy and Tim Patrick. And so some of these guys who are, you got your route runner and you got your big play, big receiver, wide catch radius, and then you got Austin Eckler in the Chargers, and you got Melvin Gordon in Denver. So he's going to give you small, shifty, can catch the ball out of the backfield, screens, bubble passes, can hit the home run play, in between the tackles, outside, inside. So I don't want to say, because the quarterback matters, right?
Right.
And Justin Herbert makes that offense look a whole lot more better than what Teddy Bridgewater makes this offense look like. But the similarities are there.
Does it help?
And how they want to do it.
Does it help the Cowboys that they've seen that?
Yes. Yeah, it's helped them. It's helped them in a major way. And you know that if we defeated that team, however you may want to call that, we defeated them. We had 2 touchdowns called back from them. But that quarterback, they're not even in the same class. Like Justin Herbert is here, and Teddy Bridgewater is. Yeah. And Teddy. Nothing against Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's like Nate said. He's a good quarterback, and
he's had a rough time.
He'll be one of these guys where we'll look up 10 years from now, and he'll still be around the league. Like he'll still be around the league. He'll be a backup here. He'll get a couple starts over there, and he'll look up and he'll say Teddy Bridgewater has been in the league for 15 years, 8 different teams. Mm-hmm. He'll have all these starts because he's a good placeholder. He's not a guy that you're going to want to have your franchise started with. He's not going to be a guy that makes your franchise or even your offense an offense that people are afraid of. He's a guy, they call him Steady Teddy because he's not going to wow you, but he ain't going to suck. He's going to be right in between. He going to take the positive play. He's going to take profit here, there. He might throw one deep every now and again. But Teddy Bridgewater he's not Justin Herbert. He's not any of those type guys. He's not.
What could he have been?
No,
for that knee injury.
See, this is
I don't
where,
think so.
And I'll go back to Jesse on the coaching. Like if he had Indianapolis coach, if he had it's another coach I was thinking of. It slipped my mind, but it's certain coaches. Sean Payton, who he was with, and he was very successful. When you already have a team built, he can flourish. Because they can cover up some of his flaws.
Because he did pretty good in New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying.
Whenever he filled in, right?
But you need a coach that's willing to lay hands on him. Sean Payton and Frank Wright is his name. Mm-hmm. They will lay hands on that quarterback. They will make sure everything is built to make them look successful. A lot of teams ain't like that. They ain't gonna lay hands on him, and even if they did lay hands on Teddy in this right here, I think Gregory gonna touch him a little bit more,
baptize him a little bit more.
Yeah.
What about their running backs?
Melvin Ingram,
Melvin
Gordon,
and Williams.
Before you start, I used to think real high of this guy.
Melvin
I don't
Gordon.
know no more. I don't know no more. I used to think real high of him.
He's
I don't know anymore.
One of those guys that just kind of worn down, isn't he?
What the Broncos have, like, they're in this odd place offensively. Like, they really are. Because it feels like they you see where they're trying to go, And the biggest thing for them is they have missed on quarterbacks. And they have been trying ever since Peyton Manning left, and they got the great John Elway up there. They can't find a quarterback to really get them over the hump. They tried with Drew Lock. They tried with
Lynch. Were they the ones drafted Lynch?
The guy that we wanted real bad.
Yeah, they tried to Paxton Lynch. They had a bunch of guys. And so their team is a mixture of guys, young guys, and some of these veteran guys. And you have just this steady thing, and you were hoping for guys like Von Miller and that defense to kind of, raise their level of play so that, hey, listen, guys, we don't have to be great offensively. We got to just kind of be middle of the road, don't mess things up, and our defense to take over. But Melvin Ingram, he's a good back. He's a stable back. He's one of those backs now where, he's past his prime. He's still a decent back. Javonte Williams, this is the rookie. He came from my
split, huh?
Huh?
He came from your high school? Is that what you said?
No, came from my college, University of North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's a back where he has such great balance. Like you hear it all the time about backs and balance and how he absorbs contact. So when you come to hit him, you can't just think you're gonna bring shoulder.
Right.
You got to bring shoulder. And who else was? I forget who was saying it, but it was talking about when you're making a tackle, don't be afraid to take that extra step. With a guy like Javonte, take the extra step. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you see guys get to the opponent and then stop and then try to wrap up. And you lose your momentum when you do that. You have to take that next step and go step through him to really secure the tackle. Michael Parsons does a really good job with doing that. But a back like Javonte, if you just think you're gonna just come bring a pad,
5'10", 220.
Like yeah,
that's low.
And he's low to the ground, and he does his thing where he runs and he's able to absorb these like the contact, and he bounces off of them. So this is gonna be a guy that you're gonna have to really tackle Javonte.
I was really impressed at the game, like the way they handled Dalvin Cook, because he runs hard. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't realize, like you hear about it, you see it on TV. He's one of those guys. He's kind of like Zeke. He speeds up when he hits somebody. Like he jams himself in the gap.
Take an extra step.
Yeah, exactly. That's what made me think about that. And I was really impressed. Like it started off like between him and Kirk Cousins, those first couple of drives, I was like, like this is going to be a long day. But they adjusted, they reacted, and they they tackled him. Like he was hitting them. So like have they gotten? Because that's where we used to get killed. We got gashed in the run game, and they were, remember how bad they were missing tackles last year and the years before, and that was
tied for 9th fewest missed tackles this year.
Yeah, so like, is that coaching? Is that just
that's coaching and personnel? Tackling is always effort. Mm-hmm. Tackling, you hear guys all the time. He made a business decision. He made a business decision. Mm-hmm. J-Ron Curse, big, physical. Donovan Wilson. We know Donovan Wilson.
J-Ron is so angry on game day.
You know Donovan Wilson, all he wants to do is get physical.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then Keanu Neal, same thing. And then you got Micah Parsons. Like, all this dude wants to do is just run and hit. And what people fail to realize is how big Micah Parsons is as a human being. Mm-hmm. And he runs a 4.3. So he's getting there with a level of aggression. And there's speed and power coming behind that. So when he hits you, it ain't no slow-footed.
Last night on the show we had George T. And remember Nate was talking about those 3 plays where he ran past Leighton.
Yeah,
George brought it up and Nate didn't even say anything about it. He goes, "I'm gonna tell you." What'd he say? He ran over Leighton trying to get to the ball. So yeah, you're right.
He ran over LVE.
Yeah.
To call it AC, but he ran over LVE.
Yeah.
I'm like.
So he's fast.
Yeah, it's coaching. It's the way that Dan Quill wants his defense to play. But I can want this dog to bite all I want. If biting ain't in him, he ain't gonna bite. Yeah. That's what we all know people who hunt, and they'll tell you like, listen, this is a house dog, because when I send him out after them hogs, and he ain't biting.
I don't hear him hollering to try to get us over there.
I can't bring him with we leave him at the house.
Right.
In fact, we're not even breeding with him no more.
Right.
Because I don't want to breed dogs after that who can't hunt. So as much
This
as you
dog will hunt.
What you know about hunting dogs? You from New Jersey?
I'm in Texas now. I like that. I like that hunting part. But you can want a dude to hit and be physical all you want. If it ain't in him, I don't give a damn what you tell him. He ain't gonna do it. Mm-hmm. And I think Dan Quinn has identified and acquired some hunting dogs.
Yeah.
And J-Ron, Donovan, Micah, those guys, they ain't doing a lot of lip service. This ain't a talking show. They going to get it. And that right there is what you want. You want that physicality, 11 guys to the football and getting there with aggression. And right now they got guys on each level, up front, in the middle, and on the back end who hunt.
All right, since we jumped the gun and we started talking about the defense a little early, let's go to break, last break. And when we come back, I will share some big news for you guys.
And shout-outs.
Ooh, all right.
Shout-outs, and I got some big news.
You getting promoted?
It ain't that big.
Oh, that's what she said.
Wow.
On the People Show, we'll be right back. Hanging with the boys. That's an ender. Show.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo quiero guacamole.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with...
And I'm Jay Novacek, and we're both with...
United Ag and Turf, the official tractor provider of the Dallas Cowboys.
So, if you need a tractor to bale some hay, a mower to cut some grass, or a gator to get some chores done...
Get a John Deere at United Ag and Turf.
And then, let's get to work.
Hey, Jay, that's my line.
Well, not today.
Get to work with a John Deere tractor package that's just right for you and your budget. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Cowboys fans, join the NFL in supporting our nation's service members by wearing the latest Dallas Cowboys Salute to Service gear. Visit your local Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop or shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience to find the full assortment of Salute to Service gear. Big game this Sunday, big Salute to Service game. We got all kinds of cool content coming out today and over the weekend, so big deal.
All right, before you get to your big news, quick shout-outs right quick.
Yeah.
I got my guy Miguel Ramirez Sr. from Beeville, Texas. Shout out to you, my guy. I did not leave you on the porch. Victor Perez, happy birthday from Los Fresnos or Houston, whatever that is. Happy birthday, Vic. We got Gerald from Baton Rouge, Bon Ton Roulette. Listen to the show all the time. Love the energy y'all bring. Shout out to you, Mr. Blazer, the closer. Who else we got here? We got Mauricio Newman. Been a Cowboys fan since 1975. Love the show. Shout out to you, my brother. And to Top Flight 409, Kerry. Shout out to you, my guy. We appreciate you for all it is that you do and listening to the show.
Chris? That Chris doing a little
dropping
production
it in
back there?
Yeah. And Big Mark from Ashburn, VA, via Georgetown, PA. So, there we go.
Thank you, Jesse. Shout out. Thanks everyone for listening to the show.
Hey, can I have your thing?
Yeah, you can have
Thank
it.
you.
Nate has dropped hand sanitizer all over his
thing that Kurt
roster.
gives me. Thank you, Kurt.
And he has rubbed it in and just basically ruined his.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah. Chris is on
Chris, you
back
own
there,
it today, man.
Finally.
You own it, man.
Finally, a year and a half later. Finally got some production value on this show.
I'm trying. People were like, when do we get the drops back?
Hey, let me say this right here, fellas.
Say it. Hurry up. I got some big news.
Okay.
No.
Big news. Big news.
Go.
What I finna say didn't mean
No,
what I was go ahead on. I love you, bro. Go ahead on.
Say it, because this is like a teaser. People are going to stay tuned in to find out.
It's
what
really
the
a
news
teaser.
is. Go.
Okay, go.
You go.
No, you go.
You go.
I'm not going.
All right, come on, Kurt. 'Cause these two want to play around.
You better go.
Okay.
Fix this, bitch.
So thanks to our friends at Wingstop. You know what? Y'all are going to be disappointed because it ain't food.
Oh.
You know what? Let me try to arrange some food.
Okay, all right.
To coincide
We'll
with
just a
this.
little bit. We're going to clap a whole lot.
We are bringing back live player interviews on the show on Tuesday.
Oh.
So we will have every Tuesday for the next several weeks. I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 8.
Michael Parsons first?
Not first, but I am happy to announce it will be one of two people. It will either be my pet cat or Nate's pet cat. Can you guess?
Whoa.
Can you guess?
Cedric
Wilson
yes,
will
sir.
be one.
Wait. When did Cedric Wilson become your pet cat?
Training camp.
Training camp, bro.
I'll tell you. Training
I
camp.
done went and called y'all. Remember, I used to call this show and say, man, that dude Cedric Wilson showing out. Oh, this dude, you know what? Wow, man.
He made it known last night on the show.
Come on, man.
Malik Turner was my guy.
Malik used to go at it, man.
Say Anthony Brown.
Yeah. Anthony Brown's going to be our other guest.
Okay.
So our first two guests will be Anthony Brown or Cedric Wilson.
Anthony,
Jesse has some hot takes
What
on
do
your
you have
plate.
to say about guys that don't believe in your ability?
All right, now listen. Y'all know I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
Be nice, Jesse.
So if you
don't, we're going to have to jump on
Now,
you.
if you
1,
want-
2, 3,
now-
boys. With the S. We're going to jump all
now,
on
if you
you.
want us to keep this thing going, I'll be on my best
Be
behavior.
nice.
I'll be on my
you can ask any question.
gonna be on my
You can
best
ask any
behavior,
question you
man.
want. I don't want to pull any punches.
So when do we get Big Bohannon and them guys?
I don't know. I got
Is it all of us or just you? How
No,
we doing?
we have the technology. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. Where Chris will send them a link, and they'll click the link, and they'll be live on the show with all of us, and he can pull it up on the screen. Will they be able to see us, Chris?
This is the first I've heard of it, so
welcome to try it before we use it,
There's 2 ways
please.
to do it. There's one
Call
yes
me.
and there's one no. So
Scott said we could do it. So
yeah, okay,
I
so
just-
then Scott's actually sitting right next to me.
Hey,
so-
Scott.
Hi, Shannon.
How are you?
Come on, Scott.
Can you please fill
I
Chris
hate
in?
Scott.
Yeah, let Chris know what we're doing Tuesday.
You know I hate Scott Love.
Remember to let him know.
There you go, better voice. That was a better voice. That high Shannon stuff you went, man. Come on.
So we will be lining guys up. So if you guys have any special requests, let me know,
Lining guys up.
and we'll try to get them on the show. So that'll be back on Tuesday.
That's good.
I'm pretty fired up.
And the only rule I have,
Wings got to come with it.
no, is Kurt cannot give nicknames. That's the
Lord.
only rule.
I don't.
And he can't talk to Dalton
I
Dalton
didn't
Schultz
give
because
him-
he done ruined the other one.
Yeah, he done
didn't
messed
give
up
him
the other
nickname.
dude.
You
Yeah,
brought nickname. I just said it.
He got that
and
man.
You started calling him
He
that.
got that man's
You.
knee broke. Now he got his hip broke.
God,
He
no,
done
no,
ruined
no,
the
no.
man.
So
Crippled him.
who's
just
next?
making a
Who's
statement.
next?
With what?
With your
Nickname.
curse.
No, I'm not doing nicknames. I didn't do it before. I just
Snake
made a
bite.
comment, and you clowns picked up on it and started calling him that.
Listen, well, how you, well, hold on, I
wasn't here then. I wasn't a part of the show.
Be thankful.
I gotta ask this, right? Never mind, I ain't gonna say that, man. I just got so much I want to say, and I came
Well, you
late.
know
so
what?
I
You got
feel
about
like
a
I'm
minute.
punishing
You got about 2 minutes.
So
Well,
much.
next time be on time. Then you can say
You know what?
Chris
you know
finally
what?
got
You
one.
know what?
Chris?
From the back.
Out of 200 shows, I've never been late, and I would have I expect it from these guys, but coming from my guy, Mr. Cornhole Specialist.
I'm just messing with you, man. But it was,
Mr. Cornhole
wide
Specialist.
open, man. It was wide open.
No, don't say it like that. It wasn't.
We didn't do a very good job of talking about Cowboys defense, but I will.
We
tell you
did. We did. Yeah, we did.
Okay, in the wrong segment. But I just wanted to let y'all know I am proud of this whole group today, especially Jesse, because if y'all wouldn't have that softball I lobbed right before we went into the break, if one of y'all wouldn't have knocked that out of the park, I would have been disappointed. So hats off. Jesse beat y'all to the punch, but I feel very confident if he didn't, one of y'all would have.
No, I wouldn't step to the plate. I'm trying to change the way I think and how I,
shut up.
How I do things.
We're out of here.
That's the ender right
That's
there.
it.
Fellas, Kurt, it was fun. Jesse,
thank you
seeing
thank you for my sheet.
Nate, thanks for coming today. Like, we really enjoyed you coming and showing up. Oh, Lord. See? You're getting punished.
It's not COVID. It's not COVID. I'm letting you know that now. Jesse gonna spray the whole room, but it's not COVID.
Chris,
in the words of Aaron Rodgers, I'm immunized. I'm immunized. What do you say? I'm immunized.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Scott, thanks for telling Chris we had this going on Tuesday. Aaron, thanks for keeping Chris and Scott straight. Brother Will. Hope you didn't screw up the podcast.
I hope you want to work for us now, bro, Will.
Yeah, come on over to the dark side. We'll be
the
back
dark side
tomorrow with Freaky Fun Phone Friday, the show of the people.
Don't we got your mom tomorrow?
And my mother on Hanging with the Boys. See you tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?